is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Today I'm going to talk about this young lady that's trying to tear down the Delta Sigman Theta sorority, because many of you have brought up some good points in your comments. And the most prevailing question that has come up is, what is the ethnicity of this young lady and why did they let her in the first place? Now this goes to the heart of Black America, because we keep saying we need to gatekeep our culture. We need to gatekeep our culture. Now this young lady was not forced into this organization. Her mentor said that she spent 2 years talking to her, which means she spent 2 years trying to get into Delta Sigman Theta at Howard University. Let me explain something about Howard University. Alpha Kappa Alpha and Delta Sigman Theta were founded at Howard University. So you might say the chapters at Howard are the flagship chapters of both sororities. Howard University is in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is surrounded by some of the most affluent Black communities in the United States. Many of them send their children to Howard, their daughters and sons to Howard. Our sororities have what we call legacies, just like Harvard University has legacies about who can get in. Well, we have legacies too. So if your mother or grandmother pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha anywhere, then if her daughter wants to join, then she will be considered a legacy. So we like to take the legacies into our sorority because it keeps the legacy going. But you do have to be active for so many years in the sorority before your daughter can become a legacy. But even so, to be fair, the sororities, sometimes in these big universities like at Fisk and Howard and Spelman, there are so many legacies at those schools that the sorority had to make, that these sororities, to be fair, said, we're going to take so many legacies, and then we're going to take girls who are new to the sorority, whose parents weren't in the sorority, to the point that sometimes the legacies have to wait until they're seniors before they can be initiated. That's to be fair to the other students, because they may be the first in their family to go to college, for that matter, but they want to be in the sorority. So we have to give them a chance to be in the sorority too. Now I'm saying this to say that if you waited, if somebody had to mentor you for 2 years, you're probably not a legacy. But that person mentored you and you showed enough interest that your mentor was able to write a letter of recommendation for you. So she didn't just all of a sudden one day decide to join Delta Sigman Theta. She went through a process, and we need to get this. People who are open-minded need to understand this. She went through a 2-year process to get in that sorority. And then 30 days later, Jesus told her not only did she need to denounce the sorority, but that she needed to go public with it and tell as much as she could about the sorority. And anybody that doesn't see this as a concerted effort to smear that sorority and try to tear down something that Black American women built, then you don't want to see it. So this girl has an Asian phenotype. I don't know if she has something against Black Americans and Black American women or not. Most likely her mother is Asian, and with the last name Sanders, her father is probably a Black American. Maybe a Black American. He may not even be a Black American. We know about the problems of biracial children, especially Black men's biracial children. The biracial children of white women and Black men have been all over social media talking about how their white family members hate Black people. This girl is Asian and something maybe. We know the problems that Asians have with Black people, or that Black people have with Asians. That whole crime bill that the Asians got was built on the fact that Black people were committing crimes against Asians. We know that's a lie, but that's how they got the bill passed. So for all we know, this girl could have had some kind of an agenda like that to get back at Black people, because she's definitely trying to tear that sorority down. And I want to end with this. I want to say this to all of the denouncers and all of the people who agree and who are behind the denouncers. You are not going to tear our organizations down. They are stronger than ever. What you're going to do is end up in court, because nobody is forcing anybody to join these sororities and fraternities, and nobody is forcing them to stay. It is free will. If your religion tells you after 30 days or 30 years that you need to get your name off that roll, even though nobody has heard from you in 30 years, you can do that. You have that right. What you don't have a right to do is to go out and smear somebody else's organization. Because all this is a smear campaign. I have no problem going before the throne of grace as a member of a sorority whose mission is to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, promote unity and friendship among college women, study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, maintain a progressive interest in college life, and be a service to all mankind. I will proudly stand before God and say I belonged to that organization. And the good thing about God is He is God all by Himself, and He won't need anybody to help Him make that decision. He won't need anybody to testify. I won't need any witnesses. He will make the decision about who I am and what I stood for in this earth. Okay, y'all? Thank you for listening, and have a great day.